This is a Muscle Cat Media production.
It's time for Destiny Draft. It's time for Destiny Draft with Spoon, Rolsey, and Eric. It's time for Destiny Draft. There you go, folks. You have a new theme song. I spent hours working on it. It was the big reveal. It's just come in there. It's landed well. Spoon is grinning from ear to ear, so I know the song worked. But this is it. It's not just Destiny Draft Week. It's Championship Destiny Draft Week. It's a tight leaderboard. Spoon's going to tell us where we're at. He's going to go over the rules. We're going to pick these damn teams, and then I'm going to win this make-believe trophy that we have from this silly pod. Let's do this.
Okay, well, firstly, it wouldn't be fair for all the weeks we've slung it on Rolsey to not actually do a proper recap. And whilst he may have won due to a large number of injuries, and we'll never know quite how well Nick Lodolo would have gone, let's give him his props for what was a strong performance all around. So in typical Destiny draft fashion, we're going to go third, second, first. Fortunately, Eric caught the injury bug in a big, big way. Lugo and Yelich both scored 0 points. Riley Green scored 2. Still not the worst. Still not the worst week we've ever seen. Massive shout out to Taj Bradley, Bryce Harper, and Gunnar Henderson in week 2 for giving me a score of 1. It's going to take something special to beat that. In second place for the week, I had 5 from Darvish, 13 from Hap, and Lodolo had a tummy ache. So he definitely is no longer a friend of the pod. For a decent score of 18, but it clearly wasn't enough because what Rolsey put together included the best individual performance we've seen in Destiny Draft history, which was Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s 26-point week with supplementary performances from the legendary Zebby Matthews, who scored 7, and Lars Nootbaar, who scored 8. For 41. So great week, Rolsey. And where that does leave us is I'm unfortunately in third overall with a total score of 80 points forward. 80 points scored. Yeah, I should slow down.
That's a run for, scored, baby.
And 7 points for myself, 8 championship points for Rolsey, and 89 points scored, and 9 championship points for Eric, and 87 points scored. So we're all within 9 points total of each other after 4 weeks, and we're all within a couple of points with the 3-2-1 up for grabs this week, which means all 3 outcomes are still in play as we approach a massive final week, both of the regular MLB season, but also of Destiny Draft, boys.
Well, the rules of the Destiny Draft are simple. First, no touching of the hair or face. Second is you pick a team based on Rolsey just shoving his hands in his face. No, the second is Spoon has a couple boxes of unopened Topps cards. He's holding that up to the screen right now. We're going to open 2 packs. It's going to be about 30 cards. That's our player pool. And then we do a snake draft, 3, 2, 1. We each draft 3 players, and they compete using a modified scoring system. Now, for your offensive points, you get 1 point for a hit, 1 point for a run, and 1 point for an RBI. You lose a point for a strikeout. For the pitchers, you get 1 point for every 2 innings pitched. So you have to go the full 2 innings to get that 1 point. You also get a point for a strikeout, and you get a point and you lose a point for runs, an earned run allowed. Pretty simple scoring system. It's made for some good battles. We like it. It's super simple. Beggars can't be choosing when you have no idea who ends up in these packs. Like last week, the pitcher pool was quite frankly terrible. Like I picked a guy that didn't play and he had 0 points, and that was one of the high scores of the pitchers that were in the pack last week. So you never know what you're going to get. So without further ado, Spoon, play the crumple music, and let's see what we got. Oh, how good does that sound, Rolsey? Oh, my goodness.
All righty, let's do this. I would hope for a slightly better group of pitchers this time around because genuinely considering taking Iglesias last week was a lot to process.
The first pack is being opened.
Pack 1, we have David Festa from the Twins, Matt Vierling from the Tigers,
We're off to a tough start.
Jr. from the Giants.
Who?
Late Night Lamont. I don't even know if he's in the Giants there anymore, but he's a Giant on the card. Joey Cantillo, Guardians rookie pitcher. Goodness me. Anthony Volpe, never again. Pete Crow Armstrong, legendary Destiny draft performer, actually. He had a good week 1, I believe. Dub and Drench, the Boston Red Sox drinks cooler, that won't be getting picked. Spencer Steer from the Reds, Tommy Edman from the Bad Guys, Brandon Lau from the Rays, Ketel Marte from My Guys.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a nice looking card. Bryce Harper from the Phillies, never again. Brooks Lee from the Twins, and Jameson Tyone from the Cubs.
Do we have 2 pitchers in there?
It depends if you count Joey Cantillo.
I don't know if I do.
Then, yeah, we had 2 pitchers. All right, pack 2. We need pitchers desperately. Richie Palacios from the Rays, Andres Chaparro from the Nats, Luis Rengifo from the Angels, Zach Wheeler from the IL, Christian Mena from AAA, Will Brennan from the Guardians, Dylan Cease from the Padres, Big Christmas from the Guardians, John Kenzie Noel, Andrew Abbott, your guy, Big Eric guy. This guy's getting a lot of airtime of late from the Cincinnati Reds. A very cool card numbered to 250 of the entire Cincinnati Reds team. So while it's not eligible today,
cool card.
Jackson Merrill from the Padres, Rafi Devers, now of the Giants, Clay Holmes, if Rolsey wants to get weird again, and my guy, James Wood.
All right,
yeah, look, the pitching pool is very grim here, gents.
Thanks for opening those, Spoon. Just again, the draft order is going to go in reverse order of the standings. So it'll be you, then Rolsey, then me twice. Then it goes back to Rolsey, back to Spoon, and then snakes back to me to finish it off. We've kind of narrowed down the pool here. So the position players, James Wood, Rafi Devers, Jackson Merrill. We got Big Christmas in here. Will Brennan, Luis Rengifo, Bryce Harper, Ketel Marte, Brandon Lau, Spencer Steer, Pete Crow Armstrong, Anthony Volpe, Matt Vierling. And then the pitchers, really, it's kind of down to Abbott, Cease, Tyon, and Holmes. We'll see how they go. So let's officially start championship week, Destiny Draft on the clock with the first overall pick is Spoon.
Okay, a lot of pressure here for a guy whose brain is working extremely slowly right now. Potentially a 5th pitcher there. Cantillo, the Guardians rookie, looks like he's starting on Tuesday, so you could get, or Wednesday, so you could get 2 starts out of a guy that I know nothing about. That's just a classic bit of misdirection to take your mind off the fact that I'm going to take your guy, Eric, so that I haven't made a bad pick. He's either a bad player because you have bad taste, or I succeed this week. I'm going to take, with the 1-1, Andrew Abbott of the Cincinnati Reds.
God damn it. That's who I wanted so badly. That's my guy. I was literally just like, I was thinking for sure he was going to come to me, but I've hyped him up too much. He's probably going to get 2 starts as well.
You spent an entire fantasy football draft taking guys I wanted. This is the least I can do.
God damn it. All right, Rolsey, who you thinking?
Just looking at schedules for this week. The Philly Dodgers, which I don't love. So they're at the Dodgers and at the D-backs this week. So it could be tough sledding for Harper. And I think the last time that Harper featured in this, he did not perform all that well.
Correct.
It feels like there's a lot of like red. Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of red herring offensive players in this list. Who are the Cubs playing this week? I also think that the Phillies are 12 games up. Eric had PCA the last time that he featured.
They got 3 games at PNC and then 4 games in Cincinnati. That could be
the problem with Tyon is he doesn't strike dudes out.
I'm gonna go PCA. Yeah. I'm gonna skip Bryce Harper, which probably is going to mean that Bryce Harper will score 35 the Destiny Draft. I forget what this is called. Destiny Draft points this week, and I'll look like an idiot. But I'm gonna roll the dice and go PCA. Go Cubs. It's the only time you'll ever hear me say that.
I'm gonna have to take him. like I'm going to have to take Bryce, aren't I?
Look, I've been bitten by Bryce. Like the -1 in week 2. He's part of the Mount Rushmore of worst teams of all time. So go your hardest. I can't do it.
Really? What's James Wood's strikeout numbers like? That's the key part of this, right? Like,
yeah, you'd rather they go like a respectable 1 for 3, right?
And then just get some hits.
Take a
Don't
walk,
strike. James Wood, he's struck out 5 times his last 2 games. James Wood is a strikeout machine, boys.
But he also hits bombs. Like, do you want to know the horrifying truth, or do you want to see him sock a few dingers?
Well, I just feel like Bryce Harper can change kind of a game. He hasn't got hot yet. It's getting close to playoff time. Bryce is big playoff Bryce. I think he's gonna come good. So give me something to cheer for. I'm gonna go Bryce Harper with one of my picks. Now, the problem here is pitching. Because the way I look at it is Clay Holmes, I'm literally reading a report saying right now the Mets are unsure of what his role is in the future after he's been lit up the last couple of weeks.
I
Dylan
think the
Cease
Mets
is going to be pitching only once.
I think the Mets are unsure what anyone's role is at the moment.
Yeah, Steve Cohen's on the hot seat.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. So I'm actually let me do some quick research here, boys, because Joey Cantillo might be getting a call here.
Yeah, I think he starts on Wednesday. So there's a world where he gets 2 starts, and he's made a few outings with a 3-something ERA.
And he started in the bullpen. Yeah, he started the season in the bullpen. Last outing, he went 8 innings, no runs, 4 hits. Dude, hasn't allowed more than 2 earned runs in a start, but they mean spot starts kind of thing. You know, screw it. Joey Cantillo, you are on Eric Balnar's team of Destiny Draft Excellence. Never thought I'd say those words ever. Like, I didn't even know.
Matthews is no longer the most bizarre bloke to get drafted in this game.
So we're going Bryce Harper and Joey Cantillo. Rolsey, you're on the clock.
How dare you slander Matthews' name? Champion Destiny Draft pitcher, Zebby Matthews.
The ace.
Look, I'm not going to take a pitcher second. I think I'm going to go the Zebby Matthews strategy and see who's left at the end. And because they are playing somebody they're in the race with, and it is these next 7 days are the most important of the season for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And look, Marte's not been mashing the baseball the last week, but they are at home the entire week, and they've got San Fran. And who do they finish the week with? Who have they got on the weekend, Spoon?
Dodgers, I think.
Yeah, right. So they play the Dodgers at home after playing San Fran at home. 2 divisional games. They're in the race. I mean, they can basically control their own destiny, gaining ground on San Francisco. The Mets are imploding. The Diamondbacks are a legitimate playoff contender again. Let's go with Ketel, baby.
I like it. PCA and Ketel Marte is a pretty good core to build around.
Yeah. And Ketel, yeah, like he can give you one swing every couple of days that completely changes a week, right? Like a 3-run home run that completely just catapults like what everyone else is doing. To be fair, PCA's in the same basket. I think he did that for Eric week 1, turned the tide with a grand slam. I am kind of thinking similar, but yeah, I mean, you guys have kind of already eliminated some of the key strikeout preventers, and now it's like I want guys who hit bombs but could be striking out a fair bit. I think I can trust Jackson Merrill, so I'm going to take him as one of my 2. I feel like he is a real good floor guy. Like he will give me 1 or 2 points every single game, right? Like that might end up being like 12 for the week because he gets a couple points a game. But I'm going to trust Jackson Merrill for what he can bring. Now, do I want to get freaky? The answer to that is usually yes. I've been saying all year, and to be fair, I've been saying it for 2 different teams, but it's real this time, that we're still waiting for the big Rafi Devers moment. And I think some of those might come this week as the Giants, after yesterday, walking off the Dodgers with a grand slam. They're the real wild card like contender, as Eric and I sort of talked about a few days ago. And if that's going to happen, it's going to be because Rafi Devers hits a couple into the bay. So give me Rafi Devers as my 3rd pick.
Hey, man, that's good because Rafi Devers over the last week had a big home run. He's got 5 RBIs, but he would still have 0 points in the
They're the
Destiny
kind of guys I
draft.
love, right? Like all sizzle, no steak. Let's go.
I like it. It's going to make my decision very easy for who I take too, because I was thinking Devers as well, but I'm going to have to go, I think you'll know who I'll go. But Rolsey's got to finish this off first.
I like the two guys that I have, and I'm not confident that any of the pitchers, well, when I say any of the pitchers, either of the two guys that are left available are going to be positive points. Like Dylan Cease is probably pitching. Is he pitching tomorrow? Is he pitching Sunday U.S. time? So that won't even
now.
We're recording this early, so
Yeah,
he's pitching now. Okay, so
It'll
he'll pitch
start
later in the
Monday,
week.
yeah.
And again, I don't really. He's so rocks or diamonds. Like he could strike out 7, but give up 5 earned runs. I'm reading the same things that you are about Clay Holmes. Well, I think at some point he's going to pitch in the next week, and if it's in relief for a short stint, that probably doesn't hurt me. And if he doesn't pitch at all, he can't hurt me. So I'm pretty confident with the two offensive guys I got. I'm going to roll the dice with Clay Holmes and just see what happens.
we're at a very, very pointy end of the season when drafting someone who might not play is seen as like a viable strategy because he can't hurt me if he doesn't play.
So the final, I'm going to go with James Wood to round out the team just because it's Spoon's guy. He's literally wearing a Nationals jersey. Is it a James Wood jersey as you're recording this? Oh my God. You're wearing a James Wood jersey and you didn't even take James Wood. This is the ultimate spite Spoon draft strategy. I can't believe it. So I've got Harper, Cantillo, and Wood. Rolsey has PCA, Ketel Marte, and Clay Holmes, and Spoon has Andrew Abbott, Jackson Merrill, and Rafael Devers. Action starts Monday. This is it, baby. Fantasy Draft Championship, boys.
It's
Good
a
luck.
big week, and it's
May your
funny
team
because we
struggle.
need different results, right? Like for me to win, I also need Rolsey to come second because if Eric comes second, I can't win.
I just need to finish second, right?
I think, yeah,
If I finish second and have 7 more points and have 7 less points than Rolsey, I still win.
You're only 2 points behind Rolsey points scored, so you can finish second and outscore him by 3 or more for the week, and it'll be enough.
No, if I outscore him, I'm ahead of him. As long as I outscore, because I'm in first, right?
Yeah, but you're on 9, he's on 8. So if he takes 3 points and you come second, you'll both finish on 11.
Yeah, but if he finishes first and I finish second, he'll have more points than me. So it'd be impossible for me to have 3 more points and finish second.
Yep.
So as long as I finish ahead of Rolsey, I have him.
You control your destiny more than anyone else.
I love it. That's a good way to end the Destiny draft, boys. Best of luck.